Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty crazy news when it comes to the PlayStation 5 Slim, where it looks like this rumor actually got a lot more confirmed than we actually been expecting. Now, as you guys may or may not know, we've actually been seeing a lot of information, internal leaks, information leaks, or whatever you guys want to go and call it, when it comes to the brand new PlayStation 5. But right now, we probably have the most definitive, well, basically proof that this actually is coming, to the point where we could almost maybe say it's actually confirmed based on all the legal filings and all the other outside sources. Now, typically if I ever use the word confirmed, I want it to be a very likely. It's still a little bit on the speculation side, for all heads up for it, until it's 100% confirmed from PlayStation or Sony or from like actual documents or announced an event. It's still in that weird boat, but I feel like this is probably one of the best proof out that this is actually coming in the near future. So we're going to talk about this, show up the brand new rumors, and as well talk about some really big ambitious deals coming out here from PlayStation. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. Give me your thoughts and comments down below, and of course follow the Twitter and Twitch if you guys don't have it yet, I guess, for whatever reason, and enjoy the video itself. So very first and foremost, as we've mentioned, there's been a big PlayStation 5 Slim rumor, and as well also more of a kind of a remake console rumor. It's been floating around for a while. We've made quite a few different videos. You guys may or may not have seen them on the channel itself, especially if you guys are a sub or not. But basically, there's been this two big things. Number one, the initial leak is it's essentially just a smaller console, toned down. You have a detachable disc drive to essentially make it so like almost all consoles are digital at the base, with the additional bonus disc reader if you want it in the future as like a differently sold thing. But right now there's been a big brand new Sony patent over there that Sony has filed for the brand new detachable disc drive that once again is fueling all these rumors for this big next gen / mid gen upgrade. Now, a lot of the big initial rumors we've seen so far are more focused on the fact that the console is going to be like the same spec-wise. So in case you guys just have your OG console or bought your console forever ago, you don't have to feel too bad. You're not losing like a big power jump, maybe like a very small smidgen of like maybe power efficiency, or maybe a little baby less usage of like electricity. But at that point, like it's very like it's minute. It'd be like $5. Like I don't think you guys won't really care that much about $5. But if you guys have not bought your console, this is kind of why it's a big thing. So as of right now, the console is almost been on the market for 3 years, which is insane on how long we've been doing our YouTube channel. But that basically means that the new console is probably close to being around halfway through its life cycle, which I will probably go and say it's probably going to be a little bit shorter than that for sure. With a lot of constraint issues, just like delays in COVID, everything else. But people are still looking for this, drive. So over here from actually Sergeant Segment Next, they actually found and spotted all the actual patents themselves too as well, giving the details and diagrams of the filings of all this upcoming patent leakage, which basically is kind of leaking the next upcoming console. So, and basically while the PlayStation 5 is not specifically mentioned by name, the filing is describing this brand new piece of equipment that's been kind of going around in the leaks so far. So when it comes to like the, hey, look at this console, hey, look at this detachable drive, hey, look about this mid-console generation refresh, which we've mentioned quite a bit. Like we've mentioned this, we've talked about it. It's been being leaked for a while. So now we're actually going to see more like official legal proof that it actually is existing. Now, because if you want to have this stuff, you need to have the patents, you need to have all the other various things tied with it. So that's why it's kind of important. So basically the fitting description is basically for an optical disc drive that can be mounted in electronic equipment such as a game machine, personal computer, or audio-visual AV equipment. Nothing official, but certainly the next logical step towards PlayStation potentially announcing whatever's going to be coming as of next. So I'm going to give you guys all the run through over here from Segment Next, because they actually have all the pictures and filings here. Where a Sony Interactive Entertainment patent over here that's been recently made public, and as you guys know, sometimes it takes like a year or so, 2 years or so for these patents and copyrights to go physically public and go be approved. I'll basically just have this potentially confirmed rumors of the new version of the PlayStation 5. So this is like the next upgrade version we've been talking about, the PlayStation 5 Slim, with this detachable disc drive or mountable drive depending. While it's not officially confirmed still, the optical drive patent does refer to the disc drive as being able to be mounted, which also once again adds way more weight to the rumor. Listed below each disclose, an optical disc drive can be mounted in electronic equipment such as a game machine. So what do you guys think a game machine would go and be? A personal computer, which once again, if you guys kind of realize, a lot of normal desktops, number one, have like detachable and removable disk drives. They've had those for literally years. If you guys ever built your own PC, you guys understand. Like right now, my current PC doesn't even have a disk drive. So need it. It's all optional. You can put it if you want. Or as well, don't forget a lot of, gaming consoles are pretty much, mini PCs, just based with GPU, CPU, storage, motherboards, etc. Or they also have audio, visual, AV equipment. Now, I also want to go and remind you guys, look at this. Does this not look a little bit like a detachable disk drive? Why is there also a completely separate from, let's say, like a PC or a box or a console or whatever it might be? Why is Sony themselves making this? Very curious. Now, I do want to remind you guys, Sony has made other products and like Blu-ray players or TVs or whatever, so there is always that chance. But like, come on, like we're seeing all the rumors, we're seeing all these big like slim stuff. Like it just makes a lot of sense. So we have that time for some of the other rumors. So as you might already know, it was reported recently that Sony is planning to bring a PS5 detachable disc drive, as we mentioned. Sony has a discless PS5, the digital, on the patent market, but the patent one is able to be mounted on a wide variety of equipment, and according to the patent 2 as well, also include fewer components. So at least it's also a bit more of a chiller thing. So provided is an optical disc drive that can be implemented a conveying, roller position, manipulation mechanism, a centering mechanism, and a chucky pulley operation mechanism, while allowing the number of components to be reduced. So once again, we can see different types of pictures over here. While there's no actual confirmation in the patent itself that's associated with a PlayStation 5, aside from the fact that it mentions a game machine, personal computer, and AV equipment. But once again, if you're kind of making or developing this technology, or they're just kind of working with another company to make this, would you not want to also maybe market this to different things if you guys can, well, do that as well? Just always kind of curious in that. So designs shown that the accompanying diagram do appear to be shaped in a similar way to the disk drive portion of the currently existing PlayStation 5 models. Also, we can't really be 100% sure if this mounted optical can be removed. However, chances of a separate device are also once again high. The patent description shows the new disk drive as a solution to a problem with vibrations, which I do also want to say, I think we've actually heard a few little issues of internal like cracking, or as well, if you guys even remember, that really big like PlayStation 5 horizontal versus vertical issue where there was like even like things dripping, like there was little console stuff dripping, like liquid coolant and all that type of stuff, which once again can also lead into issues. It can lead to a lot of different other various bad things. So we're looking at that stuff and watching that stuff. It's kind of a big deal. So that's another big thing to go and know. So an object of the present invitation is provided an optical disc drive that can restrain vibrations from the base. So once again, this is also like, there's probably a reason why. Like a lot of this stuff is all internal right now for the PlayStation 5 consoles. It's kind of a big deal. We care about that. We want to make sure that's like okay. We want to make sure that's okay. Once again, though, this also kind of looks a bit like a console. So a disk drive that can be mounted to anything via something like an exterior cable could definitely help with such a problem, though without any more distinct in terms of exactly how the pen will work. It's only still a rumor for now. Other parts of the pen possibly point to it being a built-in part of the devices too as well. So with all this kind of put collectively together, it does seem very likely that we might be going and seeing another console. We actually might be seeing like a pretty cool brand new next gen, because like why do we have all these big legal patents going on? Why is Sony even filing these? And of course, it just kind of lines up a lot with these leaks themselves. So basically for this one, a disk drive that can be mounted to anything via something like an exterior cable could definitely help with a lot of these different types of problems, though without any of these distinct things, we don't really necessarily know. So it could even be like an internal part of the PlayStation 5, think a little bit of a USB connector on the motherboard, and then maybe it's just like an outside slot. So think how when you have your normal PS5, you have like the USB outside connectors, maybe it's just one of those, where it's just already built into the console, like the detachable drive is easily there, and you can maybe take it out if you guys want to, or maybe it's just a USB additional slot. So maybe the next future PlayStation 5 Slims or Pros might even have an additional USB slot for the controllers, but then as well, also potentially for the, well, everything else. You know, it can kind of go either way. So basically, the base unit is fixed in the inner case via the first damper, and the inner case is fixed in the outside case by a second damper as well. So this also once again could be a way to prevent the CD driver, if it's external, from vibrating too much, which would also then probably would go either make it harder to read the disc, think like a record player, if it's like shaking, it has different sounds, vibes, or whatever, or as well from avoiding scratching the disc too as well. So yeah, that could be a big thing for them. And on top of that, or also maybe trying to go and tone down the noise. If you guys have had especially a PS4, over time the console definitely runs like it's like an air engine. The PS5 is still pretty chill, though, like it's pretty quiet, but at the end of the day, we can kind of go and see. So right now, it does kind of seem like these rumors are getting a lot more stronger, pretty much almost leaked, I'd say, from the patents itself, if I wanted to go and say. Once again, though, it is not fully confirmed, but with like the leaks, the rumors, and expected PlayStation showcase in the near future, next few months, Spider-Man coming out too, and just the usual time scales, it probably does seem very likely we'll be seeing something like this in the near future. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. I have another video up too as well, so make sure you guys are subscribed for that one. Leave a like, thoughts in the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, and of course the Amazon link for all the consoles that I do believe are still up on sale. So I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you guys up later on today for even more videos.